Alright, Lilo and Stitch is out in the theater right now. I just finished watching it and I would say that both the beginning and ending of this movie was quite engaging. I really like the character Stitch. He kinda reminded me of Venom from the Spider-Man universe. He is both dangerous and cute at the same time, and the way he tried to save Lilo in the end of the movie was really heartwarming. If you wanna get the best experience from this movie, you should go and watch it on the big screen. Now let's break it down in the simplest language possible. The story begins in Queltic 1 galaxy, which is far away from our Milky Way galaxy. The councilwoman in the Galactic Council claims that they have discovered an obnoxious creature in the lab, and these creatures are the results of illegal genetic experimentations. This is Dr. Zumba. He was responsible for this illegal lab test. He was supposed to be studying that subject rather than experimenting and creating them. This prototype is numbered as 626. He is indestructible and more intelligent than 100 supercomputers. The councilwoman claims that this test subject is too dangerous to be left free. So, he will be exiled and Dr. Zumba's lab will be destroyed. This dude is more mischievous than your browsing history last night. Dude breaks out of the lab and vanishes into the wormhole. This is Agent Plickley. He is the assistant of Dr. Zumba. He convinces the councilwoman that no matter what happens, he's going to get subject 626 back to their galaxy by hook or by crook. That creature will indeed get exiled. She eventually agrees to give the permission for a hunting operation. Dr. Zumba at first was not ready to take his pestering assistant with him, but he eventually gives in. The story then jumps to planet Earth, where a girl named Lilo can be seen feeding the fishes a cheese, pickle and lettuce sandwich underwater. Like, what the hell? She lives in Hawaii. She then takes a hot bath. She was getting late for her dance class. This is Nani. This is Lilo's elder sister. She works at a local bar. Lilo reaches the local dance club at the last moment before the performance begins. Nani's vehicle engine is not starting, but she was supposed to be present at the dance show of her sister by now. Her bully bashes her onto the ground and furious she decides to push that girl off the stage. The show gets aborted and she gets kicked out of the stage. Nani finally arrives at the dance club, but she can't find Lilo. The girl is now at home listening to sad songs because she is feeling betrayed. She is pissed at Nani for not being present at the show. She has closed the front door and all the windows so that her sister can't come inside. This is Mrs. Kekoa. She is from the social service department. She has come over here for an audit to find out either Lilo is being taken good care of by her sister or not, because Lilo's mother died lately. Nani breaks through the back door. This woman is already realizing that Lilo's upbringing has become a total mess. Nani makes tea for Mrs. Kekoa. A sad drawing made by Lilo grabs her attention. The whole house is a cluttered mess. She finds out that Lilo is injured and unsupervised. When asked, Lilo says that she likes to jump out of window instead of just using the door. The woman tells Nani that if she can't ensure that Lilo is being taken good care of, she will have to send this girl to the foster care home until the girl becomes an adult. And if Nani wants to avoid her sister being taken away, she must have to follow some rules. The house should be clean, Lilo should be behaving, no more physical injury, and proper nutrition every single day. If she doesn't find all of these things in her next visit, Lilo will be taken away from the home. The girl will also need a health insurance. When the woman goes away, two siblings begin WWE Championship. This is Tutu, a neighbor. She adores both Nani and Lilo like her own children. When two sisters were spending time together at night, they get to notice a shooting star. But in reality, it was just the debris of 626 spaceship. She tells Nani to get the hell out of the room because she wants to make a wish. The aircraft crashes in Hawaii. Dude's electric device is randomly giving him shocks. Getting sick of this torturous device, he begins to look for an electric transmitter and finds one. He pulls out the negative and positive wires to cause a short circuit to get rid of this device. This is when he sees the pastry cake from 100 meters away and begins to run after that. People get surprised to see such a creature like this. But this is America. Everyone in America knows that when it comes to the question of alien invasion and exploration, America is weirdly the #1 choice. Dude is a sugar addict. Anyways, Dr. Zumba has found out the exact location of this dude tracking the device he just crippled with a short circuit. While walking on the street, he gets hit by a bus and loses consciousness. house. Dr. Zumba and his assistant Plickly have finally reached planet Earth. They touch two tourists in front of a hotel to mimic their physical form, but they're still finding it hard to walk like a human being. The animal care department has kept 626 in a cage. Zumba and his assistant have finally booked a hotel room. They find out from a news inside the elevator that their suspect has been found and rescued to a local animal care center last night. This guy wakes up and breaks out of the cage, and the first thing he sees is a leftover pastry outside on the trash bin. This is when he gets attacked by Zumba. He takes cover inside the truck and finds out a gun over there. Unfortunately, it was a glue gun. Lilo has come to the animal shelter to adopt an animal. She goes inside to take a look at the dogs, and this is when this dude finds out that he has been kept inside an adoption center. He transforms into a cuter version of himself. He shows up in front of Lilo, and the girl gets mesmerized to discover such a cute thing. She hugs it and pets it. He finally gets adopted after Lilo requesting Tutu for 2 minutes. Zumba sees everything with his own eyes but can't do anything to stop their target from running away. Nani is pissed that Lilo has adopted a questionable being to live with them. This is CIA agent Cobra Bubbles. He is investigating the spaceship crash. He finds out about Lilo's recent adoption on social media. When Lilo was eating ice cream outside with a new pet, dude sees a toy Range Rover and hijacks it. Lilo tries to stop the boy, but it's already too late. When dude was killing it, he suddenly finds the end of the road and realizes that he has been stuck on a small island. He is not going anywhere else anytime soon. Dude has got thalassophobia. Lilo tries to break his fear of ocean, but she fails again and again. Slowly, dude begins to adapt to his new lifestyle. Lilo, on their drive back to home, gives her pet a name, and yes, that name is Stitch. This is when they suddenly bump onto Dr. Zumba and his unconscious assistant. The man succeeds putting a tracker beneath the truck. This is David. He has a crush on Nani. He gets to learn about Lilo's new pet and gets surprised to see how it looks. Stitch takes the soda gun and hits Lilo. Lilo doesn't hold back. Now they're back to being the mischievous duo they were supposed to be. At night, dude was feeling bored again, so he starts playing with the torch stick and accidentally sets the entire stage on fire. Nani loses her job because of Lilo and Stitch. The councilwoman wants to know either they have been able to capture 626 or not. She gives them 72 hours to get the job done, or she will take the matter in her own hand. Nani is getting sick of this creature turning her life upside down. She hasn't seen the face of peace ever since that creature entered this home. She wants to give this creature back to the adoption center right now. Lilo at night tries to convince Stitch that if he doesn't behave, he will be thrown out of this house. Stitch realizes that Lilo was not joking. He decides to behave for a while. He gets to know about Lilo's mom. Lilo shows her Hawaiian dance moves. In the morning, Mrs. Kekoa comes back before the scheduled date to talk about something else. She has also taken Agent Cobra with her, whom she introduces as the director of Social Services Department. The man secretly gets a strand of Stitch's fur for the lab test. Lilo is now trying to give Stitch some lessons on etiquettes and manners, but dude is too busy being himself. Nani loses her job again and again because of Stitch. Lilo shows the leaflet of a new job Nani can apply for. The new job begins. Stitch was also learning how to behave well. When everything was going fine, Dr. Zumba attacks Stitch out of nowhere. Stitch pulls Plickly into water. Zumba gets hit by a big wave. Lilo almost dies in that event, but thanks to David, nothing happens to her. Mrs. Kekoa comes to the hospital and tells Nani that Lilo is no more safe with her. She should be taken care of by the government. If that happens, the foster care will pay for Lilo's upbringing and also keep her much safer from any kind of harm. The councilwoman gives Zumba a call all of a sudden. She tells both of them that if they fail to catch Stitch in time, they both will be arrested by the Galactic Police. Dude gets furious to hear that. He uses his teleportation gun to lock Plickly. He has decided to resolve this matter completely on his own. At night, Nani gives Lilo a slice of pizza. She tells Lilo that she can't afford to keep her in the house anymore. Now she has to be under childcare facility. During midnight, Stitch decides to walk away from the home, realizing that he was responsible for the disaster. He goes back to the adoption center in the same cage. In the next morning, Mrs. Kekoa comes to take away Lilo from the house, but she is not home anymore. She has been looking for Stitch. She tracks him down. He now knows how to talk. He tells Lilo that he is a bad person and he is not supposed to be in Lilo's life. This is when Dr. Zumba appears through a portal. None of them were ready for this confrontation. He grabs the gun and puts Zumba on a portal loop. They run away from the adoption center. After 2 minutes of torment, Dude decides to turn himself into his original form to get bulkier to stop this vicious loop. And now he knows where to find both of them. Stitch uses his gun to create a portal and runs away from the house before Zumba catches him. Lilo suddenly changes her mind and decides to confront that man when she hears the man talking bad about Lilo's mom and dad. Stitch takes the man by a surprise attack. Pleakley has also managed to break free of the room he was locked in. The man gets pepper sprayed. Zumba gets bashed by the fridge. Finding no other way, Zumba tries to make amends with both of them, but it was all just for the show. He was planning something else inside. He convinces Stitch to go with him back to the galaxy, saying that this decision of him will save both Lilo and everyone else from further trouble. He opens a portal and takes Stitch back into their spaceship, weaponizing his guilt. Tutu and Cobra report to Nani saying that she has to come back home ASAP. They discover Pleakley in his original form. He gets arrested by Agent Cobra Bubbles. Lilo has secretly gotten into the spaceship. When Stitch distracts Zumba with his mischievous behavior, Lilo on the other hand tries to take control of the ship only to end up pressing the wrong buttons constantly. She eventually unlocks Stitch and dude goes full monster mode. He ejects the window and the gushing wind sweeps Zumba away. His big ass gets stuck in the window. Lilo turns the man into his human form and he falls down into the ocean. The steering wheel gets crippled. The plane is about to crash. Stitch tells Lilo that he will shield her with everything. The plane falls into the ocean. Nani jumps in to find out Lilo. She is stuck underwater beneath a piece of the debris. Stitch saves her, but his body is designed in a way that water molecules increase his body weight the more he stays drowned in water. In simple words, he cannot swim in water for more than a few seconds. Stitch lets go of himself to save Lilo from drowning. Nani tells Lilo to get to the shore. Before going, Lilo tells Nani that she lost her mother to the ocean in the past. Now she doesn't want to lose Stitch because of the same reason. No one should get left behind. Nani then begrudgingly goes on a suicide mission to save Stitch. Realizing that she can't swim straight to the surface, she begins running to the shore underwater. Nani succeeds. They use the defibrillator to resume his heartbeat, but it doesn't work. This is when Pleakley tells everyone that Stitch will need something more powerful to resume his heartbeat. They use the car battery to shock him. The first stroke doesn't work. Lilo starts crying. This is when Stitch wakes up. He throws up the family photo of Lilo, which was in her pocket back in the plane. An alien ship appears out of nowhere with some bots and the councilwoman herself. They want to take away Stitch because they think that Stitch is violent and harmful to humanity. Stitch refers them as his new family and he confronts the woman, saying that he might be a broken creature but he is still a good person. Lilo saw that good in him when they first met each other. This is when Agent Cobra steps forward and promises the councilwoman that he will always keep Stitch under his supervision. After hesitating a bit, she finally agrees to let Lilo stay on Earth. They take back Dr. Zumba to punish him for his act of insubordination. Pleakley decides to stay on Earth, and that is the end of the movie. To be honest, I expected them to show more about Stitch's origin story and all of his superpowers rather than making a less than 2-hour movie. Why is Hollywood losing creativity day by day?